This is a video book, and this book is titled The Generation That Refused to Die: The Emergence of the New Kind of Humans. And this has got episodes. The first episode is what we are going to hear. I am going to read from my manuscript. So the book, it is going to be a narration of my manuscript. So, episode 1, epilogue. This is a conversation that happened between a father and a son. And the father made a statement. So here is the statement. Let's listen to it. Science can only defeat death by restructuring its definition as the end of life to an element of combat and elimination. To defeat death, you must see it as an illness that needs to be cured. My son, that is the hidden truth about death. This statement was made by K. Dramadov, mayor of Ivlik, 12th of January, 1,000 years to come. So, let's see what happened. The story. The United Nations had announced that the world's population has skyrocketed, and drastic action need to be taken to curb the situation. And drastic action comes in various forms. Indiscriminate attacks on the elderly. They went into homes and brought them out and lynched them, sadly. It is horrible and hard times for families, many families. People hid their elderly parents to protect them. As days went by, people grew older, and the assault over the elderly continued. In Russia, there is a small town called Ivlik. The mayor of the town was an elderly man, and he knew that his time was near because he had ordered the death of many others before him. He had prepared for this. His son looked at him one day and asked sadly, "You don't think I will be the one to kill you?" "I know, my son. Such is the law," he answered. "I am not, my father. I cannot do that." The son replied, "Why not, son? They will come after you, and you cannot get away with it." This began a debate between father and son. The son said, "The elderly need not die, and so should the young. The world's population can be reduced if we are able to control our birth rates and stop death. That will make us immortal. No one dies and no one is born unless it is needed," the son said. The old man laughed. "That is madness, my son. Anyone born on this earth shall die. You cannot escape death, my son. No one can," said the old man. "Seriously? I once read a book That said, a fetish priest once lived 20,000 years ago in the Ashanti Kingdom in Africa. He assured his people that he was going to search for the cure of death. He went and never returned. His name was Okomfo Anokye. That tells me, my father, that it can't be possible. Once the thought of it has ever been made, then it's worth looking into. I know the story, but he never got the cure, my son. And that is the point. It is a useless pursuit. All must die. If it is my time to go, my son, so be it. His father replied sadly, do you believe that science can eliminate death? The son persistently asked. And the old man had no choice but to satisfy his son's curiosity. He said, and again, science can only defeat death by restructuring its definition as the end of life to an element of combat and elimination. To defeat death, you must see it as an illness that need to be cured. My son, that is the hidden truth about death. The young man smiled and said, my generation refused to die. His father looked at him with awe and wondered if his son was of a sound mind. So that is the first episode of my manuscript. So let's see what happens in the next episode. What are the events that followed after this conversation? I hope you have enjoyed my first episode, and this is going to be followed by a trailer. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.